Have you ever imagined how it feels to witness a case so tense, full of surprises, and breathtakingly dramatic? In today's video, we'll dive into the thrilling story behind what seems like an ordinary interrogation, but unfolds into a web of dark secrets. Every testimony, every action leads to unexpected twists, culminating in a shocking revelation about a seemingly innocent figure. Stay tuned to uncover the full story, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button today to ensure you never miss our next captivating videos. Subscribe now to enjoy exclusive perks reserved only for our community. Starting with a voice filled with anxiety and fear. I don't want to get shot. A young black man finds himself in a deeply unsettling situation with the police. He can't seem to trust the fairness of the reality surrounding him, his mind clouded by dramatic depictions of law enforcement from movies. But is he exaggerating his fear, or is there something truly alarming happening here? He's not just afraid for his life, but for his future. A future where he dreams of becoming a doctor, someone who helps save lives. The question remains, is he as innocent as he claims to be? I don't want to die. The trembling, emotional plea adds even more tension to the moment. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to a dark parking lot at Sam's Club, where a savage attack has taken place. Dolores, a 73-year-old employee, was blindsided by an assailant wielding a large tree branch as she walked to her car. Her silver hair was stained red with blood, her face swollen with bruises. To make matters worse, her car was stolen. The investigation hit a wall quickly. 2 security cameras that could have captured the crime weren't working. Was this a coincidence, or part of a much larger, darker story? Dolores's car was finally spotted after several days. When officers tried to stop it, a high-stakes pursuit ensued. Mid-chase, 2 teenagers leapt from the vehicle and were apprehended. But the driver, the key figure in this unfolding mystery, vanished into the night. Who was behind the wheel? And why would they abandon their passengers so easily? The mystery deepens, with more questions than answers. Following faint leads from the arrested teens, investigators uncovered a name: Aaron Carter, an employee at the very same Sam's Club where Dolores was attacked. Aaron admitted he had been in the stolen car but said the driver was someone else, a young man he only knew through mutual friends. Was Aaron just an innocent victim of bad friendships, or was he hiding something crucial? The plot thickens when Aaron revealed the driver had called him in a panic, shouting over the phone, "The cops are chasing me. I'm hiding in the woods." The police finally tracked down the driver, Shaquille. He was arrested and taken into custody, but from the very beginning, his statements were confusing and inconsistent. He claimed he didn't even know his own address, explaining that he was just trying to start a new life because he was about to become a father. Under the pressure of interrogation, Shaquille remained visibly anxious, repeatedly mentioning his rough childhood, growing up without family or a legal guardian. But what is really going on in this young man's mind? Shaquille's responses became increasingly vague as he spoke about his job and living situation. He insisted he was trying to build a better future, yet the details in his story didn't add up. Was he deliberately concealing the truth, or was he simply a lost young man, overwhelmed by the harsh realities of his circumstances? The interrogation revealed deeper layers of tragedy. Shaquille described a childhood abandoned by his mother at age 2, growing up in the foster care system, and now finding himself with no family to rely on. But does his past justify his actions in the present? As detectives tried to piece together the fragmented story, Shaquille appeared to sink deeper into a web of lies. Could this be the end of his road, or is it the beginning of an even darker chapter? Under relentless questioning, Shaquille's confusion became more apparent. He claimed to work at Taco Bell, but couldn't provide clear details about his location or city. His evasive answers left investigators stuck in a web of contradictions. As police searched for a crack in his story, one question remained: will they uncover the truth, or will this case close with an unexpected twist? Shaquille sits in the interrogation room trying to stay calm, but his vague responses only make the atmosphere more tense. He admits he doesn't know who his legal guardian is and mentions an incomplete attempt to emancipate himself. When asked why he's in town, Shaquille says he arrived a few days ago, but the exact dates and reasons remain unclear. Is this the confusion of a young man caught off guard, or a deliberate attempt to obscure the truth?
Okay.
I mean, you looking at me like it don't make no sense.
It doesn't. You're 17 years old.
Boss,
You're almost an adult. I mean,
listen, like I told you, I don't know what's going on. You asked me all these questions. I'm trying to figure out why y'all got me in.
and we're going to get to that. I'm just trying to get some background on you to see.
I mean,
Here's the thing. The reason I'm asking all these questions is because technically you're a juvenile, so we're supposed to try to call somebody because you're in custody and we're talking to you, but you don't really know who's supposed to, I called DCF and, we're trying to wait a call back from them. So I don't know who. You're a juvenile. Technically, somebody on paper with the state of Florida is responsible for you, whether it's DCF or somebody or a group home or an adopted parent or a caregiver, somebody, but you don't know who that is, right? So
Have you been emancipated?
as an adult?
I was trying to get in the process. Yeah.
Okay, but that's not finished.
No.
Okay. So when did you? Okay, we'll broach that later. So you came to visit. When did you get into town?
I got into town, I think, a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago.
Yes, sir.
So today is Wednesday, November 10th.
Wednesday, November 10th. I left.
Shaquille describes how he got a free ride from a stranger near Siena Square. His description of the route is filled with familiar landmarks, yet muddled and inconsistent, reflecting his nervous state. Upon arriving at the fair, he claims to have gone alone, keeping to himself and avoiding interaction. But is this solitude genuine, or is he deliberately leaving someone out of the story? The unanswered questions only heighten the tension in the room. After leaving the fair, Shaquille says he returned to a friend's house to rest. He describes a simple evening of gaming and walking a dog. But this ordinary narrative clashes with the gravity of the investigations surrounding him. Why would someone living such a straightforward life find themselves at the center of a high-stakes interrogation? Could these seemingly mundane actions conceal a far darker reality? Shaquille recounts his journey from Georgia to Tallahassee via a Greyhound bus, but his story quickly falls apart. He can't recall the city he departed from, doesn't know the full name of the person who bought the ticket for him, and even claims the ticket was purchased by a stranger. His increasingly implausible explanations suggest he's either hiding something significant or unraveling under pressure.
But can somebody enlighten me?
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Trust me.
I'm trying to I'm nervous,
Trust
trying
me.
to figure out what's going on.
We will get there.
All right.
So you went to the fair,
Mhm.
and who were you with at the fair?
Well, I kind of went by myself. I'm not gonna lie. Don't really associate with many people.
Okay.
So the people, it was a group of people. They were nice. So
So they just
I asked for a ride.
did they give you their names or anything? Nicknames, names?
I really didn't do too much introduction. I was mostly quiet, just trying to watch my surroundings. It was the easier way for me, and it didn't take that long to get to the fair.
Okay. So when you got the ride to the fair, did you hang out with them or did you just go do your own thing?
I went to go do my own
Your own
thing.
thing. Okay. Then what'd you do when the fair was done?
After the fair was done, I kind of just went home.
To the Laura Lee
Yes,
address?
sir. I went over there and I
Okay.
just spent the night.
Where's Laura Lee? Is down there off
It's close by the fair, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you
It's
did-
right.
It's just south.
It's like that road where not the back way, but if you're coming out like you're finna go out towards the roadway.
The main
But that-
entrance to the fair.
Yeah, that one little highway upwards, like a little roller coaster highway. You go straight up there, and you cross the street, and he's closer about the fair. So
Okay.
you go out, and you're in the parking lot of the fair.
So you left the fair by yourself.
Yeah, I left the fair probably around, I think, what time did it close? Probably around 11 or so.
11.
When asked about his past, Shaquille brings up his troubled childhood in foster care and insists this is his first time back in Tallahassee in years. He emphasizes that he has nothing to hide and is trying to live a better life. But the police aren't buying it. They know his story doesn't match the evidence, and the tension in the room continues to build.
Brendan,
Yes, sir.
that lives at Lower Lee. So,
I got a couple of
did
friends.
you see any of your friends up here while you're up here?
I seen, what, at the fair?
No, well, either at the fair or since you've been in town.
I've seen, since when I went to the fair, I was supposed to re-link with my best friend, but she wasn't able to make it. That's who I was originally supposed to meet at the fair.
Who is that?
My best friend, her name is Brianna.
Brianna?
Yes, sir.
But you didn't meet up with her?
No, we were supposed to reconnect, but
Okay.
sadly, she didn't see.
So did you see any other friends while you're in town?
No, I
No.
just spent the day at the fair by myself, lonely.
Okay. And so you don't know what city you came from on Greyhound?
Well, I'm not that good with remembering, like, my city, but, since,
Okay. Was it, is a ticket in your name?
no, sir.
Whose name was it in?
Well, I'm not eligible. I wasn't eligible. I tried to put a ticket in my name, but I wasn't eligible.
The police shift gears, confronting Shaquille directly. They inform him that he is under arrest for warrants related to attempted homicide, carjacking, and fleeing. Shaquille's reaction is one of sheer disbelief. He repeatedly denies any wrongdoing, claiming he's just trying to turn his life around and prepare for college. But is his shock genuine? Or is it a well-rehearsed act designed to throw investigators off?
Wesley started with a W.
But you don't know what city that was in?
Like,
Where you had him buy you the ticket at?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't really, like I said, I don't really remember the city. Like,
Okay. So, prior to Saturday or Sunday, when's the last time you've been in Tallahassee? Like, how long ago?
I ain't gonna lie. This is my first time being back. I haven't been in Tallahassee for a while.
So, how long's a while? So,
Like, wow.
So, we're November of 21. Have you been in Tallahassee this year at all? 2021?
Nope.
2020, last year?
Nope.
When we haven't done an entire investigation and have warrants on somebody. So this whole BS that we just went through, every single time you opened your mouth and started talking to me, you lied.
I'm scared.
That's fine if you're scared. No, you are lying to me.
Boss,
You've lied to me since the first thing the only true stuff that you told me was your name, date of birth, that you were on Lower Lee, staying with somebody named Brendan, and your social security number.
Listen, boss. I don't got.
And that you went to the fair on Sunday.
Listen, I don't got nothing to hide. I don't know what's going on or why y'all even got me in these hands, because that's what I've been asking since the police showed up.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out, because I followed the direction that was given. I didn't do anything wrong, and you saying I'm lying, you saying I'm BS.
You are.
But I mean, okay, that's in your opinion, but in my
Here's the thing. It's not my opinion.
Okay, so boss, can you please
It's
tell me
fact.
what I'm being arrested for?
You have warrants for your arrest for attempted homicide, carjacking, and fleeing and looting.
What?
Yeah.
Boss, I swear to you,
So
I would, first off, if I'm finna get ready to go to college and I got a baby on the way, why would I do that? Why would I mess up my life just to do something like
I
that?
have no idea. But everything you've just told me,
I'm not lying.
you are lying.
I can back it up for you,
With
boss.
what?
Listen, I don't have no reason to lie to you at
Really?
all. Yes, sir, because you talking about I'm carjacking. Who would I kill if even a homicide isn't a killing? I've never hurt anybody. Since I've been on this earth, I've never.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have gotten.
So here's the thing. You weren't at the fair by yourself.
I wasn't.
You weren't at the fair by yourself. I talked to the people who were with you at the fair. How do you think I got your name and know who you are?
Boss, listen. I done told you. Listen, the people who you say, I don't know. Okay, I don't know who you talking about. All I told you what I told you. I got a ride to the fair, The people were being nice and generous. I got a ride. I went to the fair. I was supposed to meet my best friend there, like I told you.
Brianna, but that didn't happen. Okay.
No, because she never showed.
So then why were the people that I talked to...
The police grow impatient. They accuse Shaquille of lying throughout the interrogation, pointing out the inconsistencies in his statements. Finally, they lay out the charges against him, making it clear that they have sufficient evidence to justify his arrest. The tension in the room is palpable as Shaquille, now visibly distressed, insists he's innocent. His pleas fall on deaf ears as the officers prepare to take him into custody. Is this the end of Shaquille's story, or is there more to uncover in this web of lies and deception? The truth remains just out of reach, shrouded in layers of mystery. With a voice full of confusion and tension, Shaquille insists he has no reason to lie. "I'm about to be a father. Why would I ruin my life like this?" A statement that sounds like both a defense and a plea, but the police aren't convinced. They reveal they've spoken to people who were with him at the fair. Feeling cornered, Shaquille denies everything, claiming he went alone and knows nothing about the others. But can his words be trusted? Under mounting pressure, Shaquille describes the people in the white Jeep: one white man, one black woman, and another black man. Yet the details he provides are vague, leaving the police skeptical. Why can't he recall their ages or clear descriptions? Is he deliberately avoiding the truth, or is he simply lost in a jumble of fragmented memories? The uncertainty only deepens the mystery. When asked about the black man in the Jeep, Shaquille notes one specific detail: a full beard. Beyond that, his responses about their clothing and behavior are full of gaps. However, he quickly provides a detailed account of his own outfit: black pants, a gray long-sleeve shirt, and rose gold sneakers. Is he trying to distract the officers with details about himself, or does he genuinely know little about the others in the Jeep?
Okay. So, white guy, black female, black male. The black female, black male had on red clothing.
No,
Age.
I didn't say the black dude had
Just
on.
the female.
I
You
think-
said they had red clothing, so
I was assuming to the white guy and the black girl.
the white guy and the black girl had red clothing.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. What about the black male? How old do you think the black female was?
To be honest, in the face, I don't know. Like, I can't really tell you. Just the way that she acted or so. At first, I thought she was 15. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought she was 15.
Yeah, I thought she was. Just the way she was acting and stuff. But
Okay.
then, I don't know. She probably could be older.
What about the black male? What was he wearing? How old was he?
Bruh had a full-on beard and everything. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Full beard, like I don't have that good of a
Nah,
beard.
like,
Is it?
ain't
like,
cat. He's like a little bit more than yours
Like
because
big,
he's
like a big beard. Okay.
not big.
Not big, but
but you know.
full beard.
Yeah.
I know I can't grow one of those. It's okay. How old do you think he was?
To be honest with you, boss, bro look older than the other two people.
Older than the other two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro look older than the other two people.
When the police shift to questions about his job, Shaquille seems exasperated. He admits to frequently job hopping and not sticking with any position for long. He mentions working at Taco Bell in Georgia, but says he's tired of the food service industry. While Shaquille emphasizes his desire to settle into a stable job in Tallahassee, his testimony does little to ease the officers' doubts. Is he hiding something, or is he simply a young man struggling to find his footing in life?
I don't know where I heard that from.
Is that a brand?
No. It's a football team.
Bose, okay.
So was it like a football jersey or just
It's not
a
like,
fan thing?
like, yeah, it's a fan. It's a
Okay.
fan.
Do you have anything else on besides just a long sleeve, like a long sleeve t-shirt?
Like, yeah, like attached the long sleeve to the
Okay.
shirt.
Anything else besides that?
No.
No?
You need to know my shoes too?
Mm-mm. Not
Okay.
really. I mean, this was the same shoes you're wearing? How many pair of shoes you got?
I got a lot.
So was it those shoes you're wearing?
I was wearing rose gold.
Rolling Skull Jordans. I don't know.
Air flight.
Air flights.
I haven't been working there for long. Not long.
Month, 2 months, 3 months.
I don't know. I job hop. I'm not gonna lie to you. I job hop. I go from one job to the next one, and I kind of got tired of working in the food services.
Gotcha. You got tired of working in the food services?
Customers are always so mean and rude.
But you want to transfer to the Taco Bell here, though.
Yeah, and possibly quit there and try and find something else I could maybe be able to do.
What's your baby mama's name?
Baby mama, her name, call it Bonnie, but you can call her Nisha.
Nisha?
Yeah.
When asked about his baby mama, Shaquille stumbles, offering only a nickname, Nisha, without providing concrete details. This raises more suspicion. Then the conversation turns to the white Jeep. Shaquille admits he went back to the car to retrieve an item, but the revelation that the Jeep was stolen raises the stakes significantly. Tension in the room escalates, and Shaquille's nervous demeanor becomes even more apparent.
So that's what we're going to stick with. This is...
Well, boss, now can you tell me you just explained it. You said carjacking, a homicide.
I said attempted homicide, carjacking, and fleeing and looting.
But I do want you to understand, boss, I'm not lying to you.
So when you were in the car with these people, supposedly, police ever get behind you or anything?
Oh no, because not on the way to the fair.
So you just went to the fair and then you never saw them again?
Adios. Because the house is right there. I wouldn't need a ride just to walk down the hill.
Who was driving the Jeep?
I think a black guy was.
Shaquille tries to explain that he didn't know the Jeep was stolen, but his apparent shock doesn't sway the police. When questioned about his phone, he mentions recently buying a prepaid SIM card from Dollar General with limited cellular coverage. While his explanation sounds plausible, it raises further questions. Why would someone traveling between states lack reliable communication? Is he truly innocent? Or is there something more sinister at play?
How serious is this, boss?
As serious as an attempted homicide charge.
Like, homicide is murder, attempted murder. Like, the only more serious thing than attempted murder is murder.
I ain't never murdered nobody before.
Okay, well. So, how long you had that phone?
My phone?
Mm-hmm.
I recently just got it.
Like, who's it through?
What do you mean? I bought it at Walmart. It's a Walmart.
What's the service?
T-Mobile? Is it Verizon? Is it Metro?
No service. It's not really that good. Sometimes I use my Wi-Fi, but I recently bought a SIM card, a Dollar General SIM card.
But you don't have any carrier service on it.
Not like T-Mobile, AT&T, or all that. I bought a SIM card from Dollar General.
For what do you mean you bought a SIM card?
Like one of those SIM cards they have at Dollar General?
I don't buy SIM cards at Dollar General, so I don't know what. Is it like prepaid?
Yes, sir.
Shaquille explains he bought the SIM card as a precaution in case he got lost or found himself in danger. He insists he was just a passenger in the white Jeep and had no idea it was tied to a crime. While he attempts to portray himself as an innocent bystander, the police remain unconvinced. Each new detail adds to the complexity of the situation. Is Shaquille truly an innocent young man caught in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or is he weaving a web of lies that's beginning to unravel? With a trembling and tense voice, Shaquille explains that he stayed at Brendan's house after leaving the fair because it was too late and too dark to return home. He shares his plans to return to the fair on Friday to meet a girl named Shantae. However, the stakes grow higher as Shaquille expresses deep anxiety about how these accusations could destroy his future. A future already tainted by past mistakes he claims he couldn't clear his name from. Is this the plea of a young man trying to escape his past, or the calculated defense of someone with more to hide? Shaquille reveals a surprising story. In a prior case, he pled guilty out of fear of facing a 2-year prison sentence if he lost at trial, despite insisting on his innocence and having evidence to prove it. He admits that fear clouded his judgment, leading him to a decision he now regrets. Haunted by this experience, Shaquille is terrified that these current accusations will once again define his fate. Is he a victim of a flawed legal system, or a skilled manipulator using his past as a shield?
Female that I was supposed to be going to the fair with Friday, her name is Shantae. She's short, black girl. I want to say she's either five something. That's her tall, like how tall she is, she's 5 something. I can't give you the direct thing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, I don't want this to be on my record. Like, I done already got so many stuff on my records that I never even got to prove to be that was true, okay? I've had a lot of stuff on my records. I was either caught at the wrong time, been in the place at the wrong time. This being on my record is just gonna finish everything off. It's already bad enough, a lot of stuff on my record. I was scared, to be honest with you. There's a charge, I don't want to say, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about, that is on my record. I never got to even prove, because it's just as simple as that. I was so scared because they were like, if I lose trial, then I'm going away for a whole 2 years. I ain't never done no 2 years before. The most I've ever done in a detention center was 21 years old. So of course I was scared, because it was like, well, if I lose trial, I'm going away for 2 whole years. I did have my evidence, but at the same time, my attorney, he was like, well, he got a higher paying lawyer, and I'm just looking like, but it's a whole video clip, but he was like, it's process, you gotta show the judge through process and stuff. So I admitted it to it. Yeah, like I said, like now I'm scared because I don't need this on my record. It's bad enough I get judged already and people look at me as if I do this. Every time I go to court, judge always, oh, this is my paperwork. I don't want to be seen as that person. I've been doing so good. I've never hurt anybody. I've never wanted to harm anybody at all. And I really like, man, you please gotta help me. Like, I'm telling you the truth. This is what I've done. The day I told you, one of the 2 days that I went to the fair. I went to the fair, and I can tell you exactly what ride I got on, okay? If I don't know what else you want me to tell you, how I got here, I took a Greyhound, okay? From Greyhound, I went from Panama City to Georgia to Tallahassee. It's a Greyhound, to the little Greyhound bus. So
when questioned about why he didn't mention Panama City earlier, Shaquille confesses that he lied because he was nervous. He insists that he's never been through an investigation this serious before. However, the police remain unconvinced. They explain the investigative process, emphasizing that his current situation is the result of extensive work and evidence gathering. As Shaquille struggles to clarify his statements, the tension in the interrogation room continues to rise. Shaquille admits to touching the steering wheel of the Jeep when retrieving personal belongings from the vehicle. He claims he didn't know the car was stolen and simply used it as transportation to the fair. But whether accidental or intentional, this connection to the stolen vehicle adds a crucial link to the case. His confession doesn't ease the investigators' doubts, it only deepens the complexity of the situation.
Investigated every single time you got charged with something.
No, I went to court and then
That means you got,
up.
no, that's not how it works. Like, a case has to be initiated. We, as police officers, detectives, investigators, whatever, investigate it. I'm just telling you how the process works. Develop probable cause. It goes to a judge for warrants, or you get arrested and you go to court and you go in front of a judge. So it's not just, there's a whole process to it.
I've never been investigated. I've just got arrested and went to court. That's what I'm saying.
What he's saying is that the investigation occurred, you just didn't know about it because it happened ahead of time, which is what happens before you get arrested.
Just like now.
Yeah,
he's done a bunch of work to get to the point where we're at now, where there was a warrant.
I'm talking about the type of, like, for a battery charge, been arrested on the same day, and got
An
arrested.
investigation took place. It just took place that day or for that incident, and they developed probable cause.
Oh, you talking about how, like, when they put you in handcuffs, that's the investigation, when they put you in handcuffs and just ask you, like, questions?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's an investigation.
I don't
That's a
care.
police investigation.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Just because it took, an hour versus
Doesn't
weeks
mean
and
it
weeks.
was an investigation.
I thought I had to be in, like, one of these rooms to be I never...
This is just... These are more serious investigations.
So,
Listen, y'all go ahead, ask me whatever. I've never been investigated like this before. Let's just put it that way.
I'm just... So, based on what you said, is everything so... You got here on the weekend, you went to the fair by yourself, whatever.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
So you never stole a car.
No, sir.
You never attacked anybody.
No, sir.
You never been to Sam's Club.
No, sir.
So you wouldn't know anything about any of that.
No, sir. I would never hurt anybody is what I'm trying to tell you, sir.
Okay.
did you ever drive that car?
No, but I did go on the passenger side, though,
Okay.
because that's the only way you could unlock the car, unless you hit the little button. But I just stuck the key in and opened it with my hand. I didn't have, I opened it with my hand, reached in there. I did put my hand on the steering wheel, yes, sir. I'm not gonna lie, so if y'all did or didn't, I don't know if y'all did or didn't test the car for fingerprints, I did put my hands on the steering wheel, yes, sir, I did. I was sitting in the passenger seat, so my hands...
Why would you touch the steering wheel here in the passenger seat?
That's where, because the way the person parked on the passenger side is too close and you can't open the door as much to get in on the passenger side, so you had to go on the other side because there's more open space to get into the car.
So the door wouldn't work? Or just...
No, I'm saying...
Oh, because
the
you're
way-
parked to...
Yeah, the way the person parked next on the passenger side,
And that was when...
that was at the fair.
At the fair.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I had to go on the driver's side just to get my stuff.
Okay.
I put my hand, on the way there, I was sitting in the passenger seat. So if my fingerprints show up, I was in the passenger seat. I put my hands on the outside door, put my hands on the steering wheel. I had my hands on a little bar, probably on the AC. I don't put my hands probably on the radio or whatever else. They had a charger in there. I used their charger.
Shaquille continues to assert that he didn't know the people who gave him a ride to the fair. When asked about his prior whereabouts, he describes a journey from Panama City to Georgia and finally to Tallahassee. Yet his story remains unclear, with missing details raising further questions. The police begin to wonder, is Shaquille truly innocent, or is he spinning a web of half-truths to cover his tracks? When asked for his phone's password, Shaquille refuses, citing privacy concerns. His hesitation only heightens the police's suspicion. Soon after, they inform him that he will be transported to the Juvenile Assessment Center for charges of attempted homicide, carjacking, and fleeing. Shaquille's face shows utter despair as he begins to grasp the gravity of his situation. In a desperate plea, Shaquille begs, saying he can't afford to let these charges ruin his future, especially with a baby on the way. He repeatedly insists on his innocence and expresses regret for accepting a ride from strangers. The police remind him of his right to an attorney and encourage him to cooperate to protect himself. But are his pleas genuine, or is he trying to delay the inevitable?
Yeah, so the first ticket started here. I got it to Georgia, then I got it from Georgia to here.
So you went from Panama City to here, then to Georgia, and then back to here?
No. Panama City to Georgia.
Okay.
Georgia.
Panama City to Georgia to here.
Okay. For how many days were you in Panama City before you took that?
Before I took the bus?
Yeah,
I was in Panama City because I used to work in Panama City, so I was there for like a good little minute.
Okay.
Not
a month, 2 months, 6 months?
A month or so.
A month or so. Okay.
Like I said, I do apologize.
No, that's fine. Hey, so that phone you have a passcode on that phone?
Yes, sir.
Do you mind telling me what it is, or?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't really give my password out. It's the only thing I've never felt comfortable with a lot of people going into my phone, and I got like pictures and stuff in there, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I got pictures in my phone.
Everybody's got pictures of it.
So, and I got a lot of stuff, privacy stuff.
Okay.
That's belong to me. So
All right. Well, I don't have any more questions for you. No. Okay. So
what happens now?
what's going to happen right now is, like I said, you got warrants for your arrest for attempted homicide, carjacking, and fleeing and looting. I'm going to call a patrol officer to come up here. They're going to re-handcuff you and take you out to the juvenile assessment center.
So that means it's going to be on my record now?
Yeah. I'm keeping your phone.
Is there any way I can get an attorney, because I can't have this going on?
You'll get an attorney. I mean, they'll deal with all that stuff out there, and you'll probably end up with a public defender. Or if you know somebody that can hire you an attorney, they'll get you an attorney. So that's what's going to happen right now.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Shaquille ends with a bitter admission of regret. I shouldn't have taken that ride. If I hadn't, none of this would have happened. He asks for a simple breakfast before being transported, a sign of exhaustion after the lengthy interrogation. As the police prepare to escort him out, the shadow of doubt and mystery still lingers. Will the truth ever come to light? Shaquille begins to express his despair, repeatedly saying he won't cry. Yet, his trembling voice and murmured expletives reveal an internal struggle to hold back his emotions. He feels trapped in a dark cycle where trouble keeps repeating itself. "This is happening all over again," he exclaims, his words dripping with anger and self-loathing, exposing a mind consumed by turmoil. Shaquille's fear shifts to anxiety about his future. "I'm not going to see my child," he says, a confession of his growing helplessness. He begs for a chance to call the mother of his child, but he cannot remember her phone number. The desperation in his eyes is unmistakable, but is it the plea of an innocent man or the panic of someone trying to avoid exposure? Shaquille continues to plead for trust, insisting that if these accusations are added to his record, his life will be ruined. He proposes checking surveillance footage to prove his innocence, but this suggestion seems insufficient to sway the police. Every defense he offers is overshadowed by unanswered questions and mounting doubts.
Hello? Hey, I'm sorry about it, but if it's possible that I could just at least call my baby mama and let her know what's going on.
You might be able to at the juvenile assessment center.
These, because just in case if they really don't let me, at least when I call my baby mama, let her know what's going on.
I mean, I can call her, give her a phone number, but I don't have her phone number.
I don't have her phone. I don't remember her phone number like that. That's why I was asking. That's what I'm saying. If you could at least call her off my phone or something. I don't care. Like, I just really need to let her know that what's going on, because we got a baby and I'm finna get arrested for something I ain't do, boss. And I'm like being so serious because it's like, if this goes on my record, I'm not gonna be able to get no job. When people see this, when I become an adult and people look at my record and run me as a background, they're not gonna wanna hire me. I'm not gonna be able to be a doctor. I'm not gonna be able to go to college, because then everything I just did, everything I've done is now it's gonna go to waste, because I'm telling you, I didn't commit this crime. You're not believing me, and I don't know how to prove myself of being innocent. The only way I can see it is getting a public defender, and I can't go through this. I can't.
All I asked you to do is be honest, and you are honest.
And I like I've said, I've never been questioned like this before. Boss, I was nervous.
Here's the thing. All I asked you to do is tell the truth. That's it. Ain't nothing but listen. There's nothing more simpler than telling the truth.
And I understand that, like I told you, I apologize, I'm sorry, but I really didn't commit this crime. I've never been questioned like this, so it's like, this
Do you understand how like society works and everything now, like 2021, like technology, surveillance cameras, cell phones?
Okay, if that's if that's the case, why don't y'all look at Circle K surveillance camera? You will see me walking. I gave my
so
clothes.
I'm gonna prove you walking somewhere? What? I don't.
You could see me. Okay, if y'all got access to the surveillance camera, you could see it. I'm not lying to you. I'm really not lying to you, boss. If that's the case, if y'all got access to cameras, y'all need to look at them cameras so y'all can see I'm not the one.
Is there anything else you want to say that besides changing what you just told me earlier? Because
no, sir. All I just said was I told you this. I just don't really want this going on my record. I understand.
It's going on your record. So you want it to not go on your record? It already is.
Okay, so how would I be able to prove myself innocent?
Just either tell the truth or you're gonna have to hire a lawyer. I mean, that's your two options.
Okay, boss.
Because nothing you said right now proves anything of all the other information that I found out.
Listen, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
The truth.
Boss, okay. Have a seat.
You may have a seat.
Listen, telling you now.
The police maintain their pressure, emphasizing that the evidence they've collected doesn't align with Shaquille's account. When pressed further, Shaquille repeats that he didn't do anything wrong and had no idea the Jeep was stolen. However, the tension in the interrogation room only intensifies as his claims continue to clash with the facts. When the police reveal details about the assault on an elderly woman, Shaquille vehemently denies the accusation. "I've never hit anyone," he insists, his voice filled with fear. But the officers stand firm, explaining that DNA evidence doesn't lie and that everything will come to light. Shaquille struggles to remain composed, but his strained voice suggests a man clinging to his final ounce of hope. Shaquille admits to being in the Jeep, but continues to deny stealing it or assaulting anyone. The police remind him that if the victim dies, he will face murder charges. The air grows thick with tension as Shaquille starts to grasp the gravity of his situation, his denials unable to shake the officer's resolve.
When you touch stuff, your DNA transfers from you to objects, to people. So
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I did have I was in the car.
I know you were in the car.
Yeah, but
and I also know that you beat the hell out of a lady and sent her to the hospital.
Boss, I've never put my hands on no females, is what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta believe me. Like, please, boss. I
don't believe you, though.
I know.
Because you haven't said anything to refute or argue against the evidence that I have.
Well,
proving that you did this.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, who do I need to get you to tell you what time I got home, what time where I was, or where did I go?
Because I already have all that information.
But I'm telling you, like, whatever information you got, okay, yeah, I was in the car.
I know that.
I was in the car, but I didn't steal no car. I've never hit no female.
You did steal the car. They didn't pick you up. You stole the car.
Boss.
Other people went to the fair with you. People that you know.
I didn't steal the car. I'm being serious. Like, I did not steal this car. I did not hit no lady. I did not harm anybody. None of that. I understand this crime is very serious.
And right now it's attempted homicide, and if she dies, you'll be charged with murder.
I can't do this. This can't go on my record because...
Bro, here's the thing.
Shaquille expresses fear for his future, claiming he just wants to graduate and live a normal life. But with the evidence the police have gathered, he knows his chances of rebuilding his life are slipping away. Is this the defense of an innocent man, or the desperate attempt of someone trying to evade justice?
Your record and trying to get a job and whatever, like, you need to worry about the now and not down the road.
Boss, I understand. That's why I'm like, I don't want this to go on my record.
It is. So you might as well stop saying I don't want it to go on my record, because it already is.
And okay.
You're being arrested, and you'll have your day in court, but all you're doing is lying about stuff right now, which I already have the proof and evidence that you're lying about everything.
Okay, boss. So if you say because I know, like, if you ask, you're supposed to be showing. So if you have the proof,
I do.
Can I see it?
You'll see it in court. I don't have to show it to you right now.
I mean, because
I don't have to show you anything right now. At all.
Why are you getting so hostile?
I'm not getting hostile with you. I'm just telling you the fact.
Like, you trying to put your foot down on something, like, that don't make no sense. I'm asking a simple question. You don't gotta come at me on no type of...
I'm not trying to come at you. I have evidence, but I do not have to show that to you right now.
If there's any way that I gotta prove that I'm not guilty, I'm gonna find that way. If I gotta bring so much people in just to tell you where I was, fine. It'll have to be that.
And that'll be your option in court.
Because you don't believe me, which is fine.
I don't.
That's okay. But one thing I know is this cannot go on my record, because I'm already knowing. I done seen a lot of cop shows. I done seen a lot of this. And I'm telling you the truth. You're not believing me, and that's fine.
Okay.
You say
this isn't a show. This is real life.
And I understand.
Shows are make-believe.
Okay, but I'm understanding that. But at the same time, I gotta let you know, like,
this isn't a show. This isn't a movie that you pay money to go see or watch on TV. There's a real life individual who has a family and has kids, who's in the hospital.
At the peak of his despair, Shaquille reveals his fear of being trapped in a no-win situation where he might be forced to take a plea deal to avoid harsher penalties. "If she dies, I know I'll be charged with murder," he says, his voice filled with helplessness. Despite his repeated claims of innocence, the police remain unmoved. The interrogation ends, leaving lingering questions. Is Shaquille a misunderstood innocent man, or is he a guilty party desperately trying to conceal the truth? Shaquille keeps asserting his innocence, but the tension in the interrogation room remains palpable. The police accuse him of being dishonest, stating that the evidence contradicts his statements. Shaquille vehemently denies this, insisting he has no idea why he was arrested. The room feels like a battlefield of wits, where every word from him is scrutinized and dissected.
The fair with them, that's why I'm saying.
That's the only honest thing that you said, is that you went to the fair.
Boss,
That's it.
I did not commit the crime. You're saying I committed a crime, like, what am I supposed to do?
Okay. You want to say anything else? Because you're just still saying the same thing you were earlier.
I don't know what you expect me to say. I'm not gonna admit to something I do. It's just like this is happening all over the same way all over again. Probably not gonna be there. Probably gonna put me between a rock and a hard place, where I'm just gonna take the deal, and then I'm just probably gonna go to jail or either county or worse, prison. Who knows? If that lady dies, I already know how this goes. Like I said, you said it's not real, but yeah, a lot of people go to...
No, I said this is real. I said this ain't TV.
I said TV.
Yeah, TV's not real.
And I understand that. Like I'm saying, but I understand charges could be serious, and I understand all that. I do. Okay? I understand it 100%. I just don't want to feel like I'm not able to prove myself as innocent.
Because you haven't given me anything to argue against the evidence that I have against you, at all. Okay,
but I can prove that if I give you names to say where I was, wouldn't that be able to prove that, okay, I wasn't there?
Right, because your homeboy is going to be like, yeah, he was here. What does that prove?
I'm not lying to you, because I actually, after I left the fair, I didn't go nowhere with them. I went straight home. Straight home is where I go straight home.
You didn't go straight home. I know for a fact you didn't go straight home.
So where did I go, boss? Tell me, where did I go?
You were in a stolen car. You wound up on the south side of town. You're running from the cops.
He ain't running from nobody. Y'all came to his house and got me, and like I told them, I said, I don't know what I'm being arrested for. I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting here, you asked the questions, I told you what it was. And
In a final attempt to uncover the truth, the police ask, did something happen unintentionally? But Shaquille firmly denies any wrongdoing, insisting he has never hurt anyone. Yet, his wavering gaze and trembling voice leave viewers questioning. Is he hiding something, or is he genuinely a victim of a grave misunderstanding?
It's fine. You know what? I'm innocent. Regardless, I understand I gotta go to court. Can you just go ahead and just tell me if that's the case? If I'm not gonna be able to prove myself innocent,
I mean, give me a reason. Give me something to say besides I didn't do it. I mean, so, this lady, you're talking the difference between attempted homicide and homicide. She ends up dying. There's different levels. Like if you did something and didn't mean to, and it was an accident, then that's different. And that weighs differently. But you're not even, if you didn't mean to do something but it just happened, then be honest about it. If you didn't mean to hurt somebody,
boss,
and you got scared and you didn't know what to do and you drove off, then tell me what happened. But if you're gonna sit here and go, I don't know what you're talking about, I didn't do it, I'm innocent. I'm sorry. The amount of people that I've talked to in 19 years ago, I'm innocent. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna believe you. Not when I got evidence saying difference. So
I understand. I've never been able to prove myself innocent.
I'm not okay. We're not talking about any of your other cases. I'm talking about this one.
I don't know. Okay.
So did something happen that you didn't mean to happen, and it just kind of happened, and it was an accident? You accidentally hurt somebody, and you freaked out and ended up taking their car because you didn't know what to do?
Boss, I can tell you right now, I didn't hurt that lady.
Huh?
I didn't hurt that lady. But I'm scared.
Suddenly, Shaquille reveals a new level of fear. He asks, if I tell the truth, will I be safe? He mentions threats from individuals he describes as ruthless. This admission shifts the atmosphere in the room. The interrogation has evolved from fact-finding to a nerve-wracking duel between fear and the pursuit of truth. Shaquille discloses that he was threatened by people who would harm the mother of his child if he didn't comply with their demands. He admits feeling utterly powerless and forced into a plan he didn't want to carry out. His story leaves a lingering question. Is he an unwilling accomplice, or is this an elaborate attempt to mislead the investigators?
With this incident, or is this something else?
This incident.
Okay.
If I say something, will I be safe?
What do you mean safe? Like you're in police custody right now, nobody can get to you.
Besides the fact, like, if I open my mouth and they find out asking for protection.
That's going to be up to the courts. I mean, what are you talking about?
You know how some people, you got thugs and then you got gangsters, people, who really are heartless and they don't care for that person, but when you feel like you don't have no other route, you don't want to call certain people and tell them because it just makes the situation worse.
Okay.
But it's also a post threat where, let's say if somebody was to say something, that person could be hurt or somebody else.
I'm not following. I mean, just, what do you got to say?
I'm asking, if I tell you the truth, can I please be protected?
If you're scared of somebody, then I will let them know and they'll have to look at that. But I can't promise you or tell you anything. What I need you to do is tell me what happened.
I'm scared to tell you the truth because that's all it is. I don't want to die.
Here's the thing. Right now, you're in police custody. You're going to jail. So nobody can get to you.
Like, still, if they find out that I said something, regardless if it's not me, it's going to be somebody else.
I can't do what ifs and like this and that. So you either want to tell me what's going on.
I'm telling you, but I want to be guaranteed.
I can't guarantee you anything at all. I don't have that ability. All I can do is take what you give me and talk to the state attorney's office, and they talk to judges, and they deal with stuff like that. I can't promise you anything. I can't guarantee you anything. All I can do is pass along information.
Is there somebody I could talk to for my safety? I just want to make sure
Not right here.
Shaquille shares how he was ordered to go to Sam's Club to steal a car. The individuals behind the threat provided him with clothing to disguise himself and a tree branch to use as a weapon. His voice quivers as he recounts the experience, filled with fear for his life and the safety of his loved ones. Every word he speaks adds another layer of complexity to this unsettling narrative. He continues, explaining how the original plan was to render the woman unconscious and leave her in the car. However, the plan changed, and he was told only to steal the car. Shaquille emphasizes that he didn't want to harm the woman but felt coerced into complying. His account is riddled with contradictions and leaves everyone wondering what the real story is.
You wanted me to... Just don't want to get my baby mama hurt. I don't want her to be hurt. I'm just scared. I don't want her to be hurt.
What did they threaten you to do, or what did they tell you to do to threaten whoever?
He told me if I didn't do it, that, or if I did open my mouth and say something, that they either kill me or my baby mama. And I felt like I didn't have a choice. I was told not to call the police. I didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do what?
I didn't want to take that car.
You didn't want to take that car? Okay. So tell me, so they threatened you, but you did. So tell me what you did.
Shaquille describes walking to Sam's Club, passing landmarks he recalls vividly, like a veterans center. He claims he was closely monitored by those who threatened him. Every step he took, according to him, was under the watchful eye of individuals, ensuring he complied. His narrative paints a picture of a man cornered, but is it the truth or a crafted tale of coercion? Shaquille recounts the moment he held the tree branch in his hands, a symbol of his fear and helplessness. He recalls being struck in the face by one of his intimidators, forcing him into submission. His words convey deep terror and a sense of resignation. While his confession adds an emotional weight to the story, the unanswered questions linger. Is Shaquille's account genuine, or is this an attempt to manipulate the narrative and save himself?
Take the car to a certain location and leave it there with her in the car. But plans had changed, where they told me to just take her car. I don't know what they were gonna do to her or anything, but...
Okay, so how did you get to Sam's?
I walked
From...
It's like a little roundabout. It's a circle in the middle. It's past the circle, and on the right side is some type, I think, it's some type of veterans. It's some type of veterans place. It got the word
Veterans Hospital?
I think so. It's on, the logo is blue.
Okay. So you walked past there.
That's the way I was coming from, like, to go to Sam's Club.
Okay.
It's a road right over there. It's a road before you even hit, like, that little roundabout, and before you get to there.
The only roundabout I know about is down at...
That's the one in the middle.
Paul Russell and, like, Orange Avenue.
Before you get to that veterans place.
Okay.
Right there you come. So if I'm coming from the road that I'm heading on this way, that means the veterans will still be on my right, and the roundabout is right in front of me. So I just take that right, which goes all the way past the veterans.
Okay. So you walk to Sam's.
They gave me the clothes that I needed to put on.
They gave you clothes that you need to put on? Which was what?
They gave me a hoodie, mask, and some socks.
Socks for what?
To cover my hands, but
Okay.
I didn't.
What color were the socks?
Socks are white. There's white socks and there's black socks.
Black socks. Like long socks, short socks.
Not
Really,
over
really
the
long socks.
Not over the ankle. Like they're like.
Like kind of like what you're wearing? Okay. Alright, so you wound up at Sam's. Was the sun out? Was it dark?
Well, when I left, I was trying to make it there before 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I didn't want them to come looking for me, and I didn't want them to hurt my baby mama. After that...
Shaquille trembles as he recounts the fateful moment. He admits to striking the woman on the head twice with a stick, causing her to collapse. Yet instead of following through with the plan to place her in the car, he stopped, paralyzed by fear. He then drove the vehicle to the back of Sam's Club, where masked individuals were waiting. They jumped into the car and ordered him to drive, escalating the tension and deepening the mystery. The pressure keeps mounting. Shaquille claims he was coerced by people he didn't really know, all connected to someone named Hunter Spence. According to Shaquille, Hunter was the boss, the one who orchestrated everything. But why Shaquille was drawn into this dangerous plan remains an unsettling question.
You came out, so when you came out to that road, where basically the main road.
You talking about leaving Sam's Club?
Yeah, did you take a right or left?
I went left the way to go over there. That's where I got dropped off.
You took well, just a minute ago you said you drove to Siena Square.
That's
okay, so you drove to Siena Square.
And they took the car after that.
And they took the car after that.
And they were supposed to be in touch with me.
Okay, and that was the last time you saw them? Okay. So who are these people that threatened you?
I really don't know them like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, boss.
So you don't know them?
I don't know them like that.
So why did they, if you don't know them, and they picked you to go attack some lady over some beef
real quick, before you sum everything up, I used to hang with this one person. This one person that did know them. You know, I was always a follower, but what I meant by me being a follower, okay, the people, so like let's say you hang around a couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you with your a guy friend, homeboy, whatever you call him, your buddy, you know, and you introduce him to the people.
Okay.
Then after that, you know.
So who is that person?
His name is Hunter Spence.
Who is it?
Hunter Spence.
Hunter Spence? Okay, so how long have you known Hunter Spence?
We used to go to not Gasvini, but, well, I went to Gasvini. He went to Second Chance.
Second Chance.
Well, at least that's what he told me. I never seen him at Second Chance like that.
Hunter, were you hanging out with Hunter while you're in town?
I've hung out with him like a couple of them.
So while you're in town. So then all of a sudden...
it was some type of party we went to.
Shaquille recalls the party where it all began. He describes being pressured into drinking and smoking, things he'd never done before. At an abandoned house after the party, Hunter laid out the plan to attack the woman at Sam's Club. Shaquille, caught in a web of manipulation and fear, became an unwilling participant in this chilling scheme. Hunter's plan was cold and calculated: kidnap the woman and take her to an abandoned house on Plum Drive. But Shaquille, torn between fear and uncertainty, failed to complete the task. He explains that every move he made was under Hunter's strict surveillance, leaving him feeling utterly trapped. Shaquille describes how Hunter's group monitored and directed every step. As the woman exited Sam's club, Hunter and his associates signaled for the attack. Shaquille, clutching the stick, emerged from the shadows. His words sent a chill down the spine. "I didn't want to do it, but I had no other choice." The details of the attack deepened the tension. After striking the woman, Shaquille took her keys and drove off in her car. He insists he had no intention to harm her, but claims he was forced into the situation. The question lingers: was he truly a victim of coercion, or is there more to his story? When Shaquille drove to Siena Square, the situation spiraled further. Hunter's group got into the car and immediately forced Shaquille out. They sped off, leaving him alone in the darkness, unsure of the car's fate or the group's next move. His steps back home were heavy with betrayal and fear. Shaquille says he called an Uber to get home after being left behind, but the long, lonely walk along the dark streets is a testament to his growing regret and fear. His words sound like a confession, but the contradictions in his story leave the listener questioning. What is the real truth?
Yep, we were drinking, we were smoking, and I don't drink nor smoke, but I was, how would you say, kind of forced or persuaded. I didn't want to at first, but after I kind of felt like I was being forced to drink. So then I had probably about 5 shots of Henny. And
What day was this?
The day, it was like after the third week, the third day of me being here. That's when he invited me to the
So
party.
before the Sam's Club thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's when I got drunk, and that's where he introduced me. And then we left the party. He was like, "Come on." I left with them, and we went somewhere to it was some type of abandoned house. It was dark. I was faded. I couldn't really, tell which way I was going at the moment because I was drunk and I was high. So I couldn't really, pick my location or too much remember, but all I know is I got into some type of black car. It's kind of like a SUV, but it's not an SUV, if it makes sense. Like, it's an SUV, but it's not an SUV. It's just... Okay, so take a van and just shorten it a little bit.
So small SUV.
Yeah.
All crossovers.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was black.
So why did they pick you?
My buddy who I was hanging with knew who.
So Hunter knew these people that you don't know that wanted you to attack this lady.
Hunter was on the run. He's on the run now.
Hunter's on the run for what?
I think he said he got a warrant out for his arrest for a what's it called? It's like I think it's called assault with a deadly weapon or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Here locally?
I don't know here. All I know is he told me he got a warrant. He told me what it was for.
Okay.
Assault with a deadly weapon against somebody. After I left, I was very drunk, tipsy. I don't even remember how I even got home. I woke up, the only thing I know, I woke up on somebody's porch. I don't know who porch it was, what house. All I know is I walked on somebody's porch. I had the worst migraine. They took me to a party.
Shaquille tries to justify his actions, but his explanations only add to the confusion. He recounts how Hunter's group observed and controlled his every move. As the woman headed to her car, they pressured him to act. Shaquille's internal conflict between survival and morality is palpable, but his claims remain shrouded in uncertainty.
On the ground. She had him in her hand when she went to go out the car, and then the keys dropped.
Was she carrying anything?
I think she had some bags.
Just some bags with her?
I think so.
Okay. So you hit her with a stick, and that's it? You just hit her the 1 or 2 times? How many times do you think you hit her, if you had to guess?
No more than 5, probably.
No more than 5. So you only hit her with a stick. Did you punch her? Did you kick her? Did you, throw her? Okay, so you just hit her with a stick. She dropped down to the ground.
They wanted her alive.
Okay. So then you jumped in the car. You got the keys. You jumped in the car.
I pulled right there. Behind Sam's.
Behind Sam's.
And that's when they got it.
They jumped in the car.
And then the guy that was watching up closely.
So not Hunter. Was Hunter in the woods? Or was he there?
Hunter was in the woods, but I didn't know everybody else.
So how many people were there?
It was... Well, do you consider the guy that was working or no?
Well, so we got Hunter, right?
Hunter was in the car. If you don't consider the guy that was looking out and working...
So who's the guy that was working?
The story reaches its peak as Shaquille admits to his role in the plan. He provides details about the people involved, including Hunter and his associates. Yet, despite his admissions, countless mysteries remain unsolved. Is Shaquille revealing the full truth, or is this just a facade concealing a darker, more sinister reality? A shocking truth begins to surface. Shaquille admits to lying about some previous details but insists his trip to the fair on Sunday was real. After leaving the white Jeep near Siena Square, he claims he never saw the car again. But why was he so terrified? Was it guilt weighing on him? Or was he haunted by the shadows of those pulling the strings behind the scenes?
Black guy.
A black guy. You don't know who he was?
He was the watch. That was the watch.
No, I know, but do you know who he was? Did you ever meet him?
Through Hunter.
But did you meet him face to face? Or did he just say, I got a guy inside?
Hunter, that's Hunter's crew.
Hunter's crew. I know, but what I'm saying is like me and you, I can say that I've met you face to face.
Oh, you talking about in person, face to face? No,
So you never saw the guy that works inside of Sam's face to face. You just know that there was some guy in Sam's.
He's the one that works there. He's the one.
He was saying, hey, she's walking out of the store.
He gave them the signal when she was coming out.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. So you drive out of the parking lot. You go up to Siena Square. And so let's get back to so minus the guy that's inside Sam's, how many people jump in the car with you?
3.
3. So Hunter.
1 in the passenger, and then 2 in the back.
2 in the back. Okay. So
I had 1 guy behind me. Hunter was on the side. Hunter had a gun. And that's...
So Hunter jumped in the front seat?
I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but...
Okay, and there were 2 guys.
He told me to press on gas and get away.
Okay, so you drive up to Siena Square.
Nah, but I did go to the fair Saturday and Sunday, though. But not in the car.
So not in that white car, not in the white Jeep. So did you see the Jeep again anytime after you got out of it by Siena Square and you walked home? Did you ever see that vehicle again?
I ain't paying no attention, sir. I was too scared and I wanted to get it from around.
That's what I'm saying. It's not see it drive by, but
Are you talking about see it go inside Siena Square?
No, I'm saying after you got out of the car.
Well, you can't see because after they...
I know, but here's what... when you got out of the car, they drove off. Okay, so car's gone.
Disappeared.
Were you ever in that car again or see that car Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
No, sir.
A scene of eerie calm, yet the tension is palpable. Shaquille confined himself at home all weekend, only stepping out to attend the fair on Sunday. He hoped to find solace in meeting his best friend Brianna, but she never showed up. His story about enjoying the fair and returning home alone sounds simple enough, but is there something he's still hiding? The figure of Hunter Spence begins to emerge, a chilling manipulator. Shaquille describes Hunter as a young boss who not only controlled but also threatened his life and his girlfriend, Nisha. The question remains, why did Hunter choose Shaquille? Could their ambiguous relationship tie into a more sinister plot?
I did go to the fair on Sunday.
And I was actually supposed to meet my best friend there,
And that was Brianna.
but she never showed.
Okay, so how did you get to the fair that day?
It's literally you.
That's right, you said it's so what you walked?
Yeah, because it's right up
So you
there.
walked to the fair. So you walked to the fair, nobody else was with you at the fair. Brianna never showed up.
And I was just there alone, so I might as well. I was
You rode
like,
some rides and did the carnival thing and then went back home. Okay.
please, sir, you gotta make sure at least, if not me and my baby mama's safe.
I will let them know. So, but you don't know who these people are except for this Hunter Spence. And you used to go to, well, what? I need something else because, I mean, that's not a.
He's white. Hunter Spence, he's white.
He's white.
He's older than me.
He's older than you by how much?
3 years.
3 years. So you're 17. He's 20, 21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like, I think he just turned 20.
What's he look like?
He's tall. He's tall. He's a tall person. Skinny. Like, I'd probably say about my skin. Probably might be skinny than me.
Okay.
But, let's see. You got sort of like a little mustache. You got a mustache.
Like just a mustache?
His facial hair is kind of coming in.
Okay. What kind of hair does he have?
Take your hair and make it darker.
Like brown? Like darker brown?
In between there, like if you take my hair color and lighten it just a little bit.
Okay.
Most people.
Short, long?
Long.
Like,
I think most people would call it dirty blonde.
Okay, so like long to like his ears, his shoulders.
Like he could put it in a ponytail.
So he could put it in a ponytail. Okay. You don't know where he lives at?
No, we've always met.
Okay. How would they threaten your baby mama? How do they even know who she is or where she is or?
I thought I could trust Hunter. You know, like I said, I did hung up with him a couple of times.
Okay.
I did need somebody else because to talk to and hang out with, you know.
Okay.
I didn't like being a homebody, if that makes sense.
No, that's fine.
So
you told him that you had a.
Yeah, cause he was like, we was like, you know how people do. He was talking about his girl, so I started talking about mine, and
Okay.
you know, he was like, man, sometimes she be aggy, sometimes like he just.
But where I forgot. I didn't bring.
At the party, Hunter carefully lured Shaquille into his web. Drinks, weed, and a seemingly casual conversation led Shaquille to unwittingly reveal details about Nisha. Was this the starting point of the tragic events that followed? The guilt and panic are evident in Shaquille's voice as he recounts his fear for his girlfriend's safety. The fateful night at Sam's Club, Shaquille arrived around 8:35 p.m., with less than 30 minutes before closing time. Standing in the shadows, he awaited the signal from the people inside. The tension is palpable as he describes the wait, which felt like an eternity. Were these moments the beginning of a horrific crime?
We was at the party at the time.
Okay.
So remember, I've been drinking and smoking. I was forced to drink and smoke. Like I said, I don't really drink and I don't really smoke.
Okay.
So.
Smoke cigarettes or weed?
Weed.
Weed. Okay.
So, bro, he was like, afterwards, because we started, it was a lot of females there, and he was like, man, I don't want to fuck one of these females, but my baby, like, he was like, she be tripping, my girl, she be tripping type shit, and I can't stand how she be bitching and complaining, always be in my ear and nagging and shit, like, that shit get in my nerves, and I said, I was like, well, I can't say that I relate, because my girl Nisha, like, I don't know, when I need her, she there.
Yeah.
And I kind of told, because he was asking me, and I wasn't thinking, because he was telling me, like, what his girl looked like, too. So I was just like, oh, you know, okay. So he told me what his looked like, so I'm thinking it's okay. So I told him what my girl was like. And she was like, I kind of want to.
So what, and I know you didn't tell me earlier, but what's Nisha's last name?
Cycles.
Cyples? How do you spell that? Everybody spells stuff differently
Yeah,
these days,
I know.
so I'm trying to think, you know, like.
I think it's S-I. Is it S-I? I'm trying to think. I think it might be S-I-P-L-E-S, maybe.
Okay.
I'm one of the two.
Okay, so she's in Panama City.
But I can tell you she wouldn't have nothing.
No, I'm not saying she's, but I'm just trying to, so she's in Panama City. You're 17, about to be, how old is she?
17. We're both the same age. She
Okay.
turns 18.
But she lives with her granddad who doesn't like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shaquille explains how he used his phone to find his way to Sam's Club. But his voice trembles when recounting the coercion that led him there. He insists he never wanted to hurt anyone, but the threat to his life pushed him into this situation. The lingering question remains, is he truly a victim, or is he just trying to evade justice? When discussing Sunday at the fair, Shaquille tries to paint a harmless picture of himself. A young man walking to the fair, seeking a bit of joy. However, inconsistencies in his story raise suspicions. Where did he really go after the fair? Is what he's sharing only part of the truth?
Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, but
But you don't, what do you know his, like, username, like his name, like.
we not friends, like, how would I say? After we talk about something, the conversation's off, he blocks me, basically. Like, we're not friends, like, you don't accept.
So you're not friends on, so are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Is he on Facebook? So is he on Facebook?
Yeah.
But you guys aren't friends on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, put it in the best way, like, you can message somebody without friending them. Yeah, that's what I was trying to
But
get.
so you're not friends with him on Facebook?
No, because...
But you don't, what was his username on the Messenger?
It's XXX, 3X, capital A. The X's are lowercase, then it's a capital H's. XXX, capital H, Hunter, something. I don't remember. I know it's like XXX.
So then when he blocked you on the messages, like, you don't have those messages anymore?
They go away.
Okay.
Even his thing, like his whole thing.
So that's the only way you had contact with him?
Well, he contacts me.
Through Facebook Messenger. Okay.
Boss, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I just don't want to die.
You're not gonna die. Like, I promise you that. You're not gonna die.
I just don't want them to, hurt me and my baby mama. Because they did tell me if I snitch, because they told me if I snitch they were gonna hurt me and her, and I didn't want them,
The day you were at Sam's, so you walked up there, and then
everybody, it was dark and everybody had on masks,
so that they just told you to meet them.
If I didn't
I know, but where did they tell you to meet them at?
That whole hill that you see right up there, right there.
They told you to meet them up on the hill. How did they get there?
That I don't know.
So they just told you to meet them there, and
because it's an apartment complex right behind Sam's Club, and then it's a whole, like, it's a bunch of wooded.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they said meet us up here. So had you ever been to that Sam's before? Prior, so like,
I ain't never went to Sam's.
Did they just describe really well, like, where to walk to get up?
No, I looked it up. I looked it up and kind of seeing, cause I know Tallahassee, but I don't know Tallahassee like that. So
Okay.
what I would say, I kind of took like screenshots of the streets that I needed to go on, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't get lost. So I kind of just zoomed in, took
a screenshot,
So
and
I
then
know-
figured out how to get there. Okay.
Tension peaks as Shaquille admits that his initial story about returning home after the fair wasn't entirely accurate. He reveals the manipulation and threats from Hunter's group. But what truly happened that night? The darkness in Shaquille's narrative leaves the feeling that secrets remain buried. As the truth begins to surface, we sense Shaquille's internal struggle. He appears to be caught in a dangerous web where lies can no longer shield him. Shaquille admits to being part of a drug transaction, but the reason behind his involvement is the real question. Was it fear or pressure from dangerous individuals? When mentioning Hunter, Shaquille's eyes reveal his fear. Is he attempting to use his testimony as a lifeline, or is this just a carefully crafted story?
Nisha. I don't know why I keep saying Keisha. Nisha will be fine.
You promise?
I can't promise anything. I mean, a tornado could hit and, lightning. So, like, I can't promise. So, like, I'll pass the information along, but doing this for as long as I've been doing it, nobody's going over to mess with Nisha. I mean, I just don't see that happening.
I'm not gonna.
So,
I felt that way because I was threatened to do it.
Okay. So let's fast forward to Sunday. So you've gone back and you've told me the truth on Thursday. So now I want you to tell me the truth about Sunday and the fair.
I went to the fair because the fair is right there.
But that's how you got to the fair, where you went after the fair.
The fair.
What actually happened is different than what you're telling me that you just walked home.
Yeah, because right there, the fair is literally right there by B's house. I promise you it is. Like, literally, the fair is right there by B's house. All you have to do is literally, once you get on his street, it's that one right there by
I know where it's at.
Yeah, right there. If you just turn where that big old trampoline is close to the road, it's right up there.
Shaquille recounts the details of the transaction with visible unease. Cash, drugs, and weapons exchanged hands under the cover of darkness. This wasn't his first encounter with such dealings. The chilling part, however, is the stash location. An abandoned house. Was he truly just a getaway driver, or did he play a deeper role in this operation? His voice quivers when recalling the police's involvement, perhaps signaling his realization that he's ventured too far into a dangerous path. Shaquille's journey reaches a pivotal crossroads. He describes intentionally driving erratically to catch the attention of the police, not to escape the law, but to seek their intervention. For a brief moment, he saw a glimmer of hope, an opportunity to break free from Hunter's grip. Yet, tension mounted in the car as his companions grew anxious. Would Shaquille continue running, or would he choose to confront the chaos? Returning to Brendan's house, Shaquille sought refuge, hoping for safety. However, the shadow of his actions lingered. He admits keeping the truth hidden, even from his girlfriend, out of fear of retribution. As he reveals scars from a previous altercation with Hunter's crew, the question remains, is Shaquille a victim of circumstance, or a willing participant in these crimes?
Involving money, drugs, and guns.
So who gave money, who gave drugs, who gave what?
The place we went to, they had the drugs.
And where was that? What side of town?
That was more of where they lit up, I'm thinking on the south.
Okay, so you went to go exchange money for drugs, or the people that were with you?
I'm the getaway driver.
Okay, so you're the getaway driver. So they went to go buy drugs with money, and did they get drugs? What did they get?
It was involving something with cocaine, ecstasy, weed, and
So they got all that?
some other stuff. We dropped it off in a different spot.
So you went to different spots? Or one spot?
We put the drugs at an abandoned house.
Okay, but
That's what I'm saying.
so they bought the drugs from somewhere?
More of a trade.
Trade what?
They had, Hunter gave them cash and guns,
And they gave them drugs?
and which we dropped off in a certain spot
At some abandoned house? Where?
over there in Putnam.
On Putnam. Okay. So you drop that stuff off on Putnam, and then after that, the cops got behind you?
No. It was supposed to be another drop off that we were supposed to make, but wound up taking Hunter home. So the guy thought he could do it.
So how many people were in the car? You, Hunter?
There was 4 people in total, but when Hunter got out, it was 3.
Okay, so you, Hunter, and 2 other people. And then when Hunter got out of the car, it was you and 2 other people. Okay, so you dropped the drugs off at this house on Putnam.
We dropped Hunter
Then you dropped Hunter off
somewhere on, I don't really remember what road, but it was like that road. It's a road that don't have street lights. Like, it's very dark.
Okay.
Like, it's like on a curb. It's like it's connected to buildings. Like, if you're facing out this way, my way, if you're sitting here and you're facing that way, on your right side, it's like the car.
In a rare moment of vulnerability, Shaquille confesses to attacking a woman at Sam's Club. He apologizes, but his justification is chilling. "I didn't have a choice." His words echo the despair of someone claiming to be trapped by Hunter's influence. But were his choices truly limited, or did he willingly step into a criminal plan long before this moment?
Okay.
That's the reason why I did what I did. But
So you don't know who these 2 people were in the back seat of the car at all? Never met them before? Okay. So you never met them before, and then what?
after I seen the police get behind me, I kind of acting like I was making up excuses for them so I wouldn't get hurt or anything.
Okay.
But afterwards, I kind of made it seem like something was wrong with the car. So I hit gas and then I kind of just eased the brake,
Mm-hmm.
So the police would think I'm drunk or something, and would stop.
Okay, so then did they turn their lights on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so police turn their lights on.
Bro said to keep going.
Okay.
And I was trying to play it smoothly because I didn't want to, same time I didn't want to be hurt, but I didn't want to stop the car because, I don't know, like I said, I was scared.
Okay. So then what?
I wound up, it's this little place I used to go. I know a friend that lived there in the dirt road, and it's the dead end.
So you wound up on some dirt road. Okay.
And I wound up hitting, that's where I hit. And I guess they jumped out the car.
So did you park the car and everybody got out, or so how? What do you mean?
I kept going and they jumped. They ditched.
So they got out of the car and you kept going.
I took it to the end of the road.
Okay.
Of that dead end.
And then what?
Fear continues to consume Shaquille as he mentions Hunter's habit of communicating through Facebook Messenger before blocking him. This detail not only deepens suspicions about Shaquille's role, but also hints at a sophisticated criminal organization operating behind the scenes. When Shaquille alludes to an impending drug deal, the tension escalates further. Who will be the next victim in this dangerous game? Shaquille finds himself cornered, torn between revealing the truth and protecting his safety. He clings to the feeling of security Brendan offers, but remains haunted by his memories. As he apologizes to the family of the woman he attacked, he pleads for forgiveness. Yet, can words of regret absolve him of his actions, or are they simply a way to ease his conscience?
Like I said, I'm just scared. Who knows what people are capable of doing,
Gotcha.
And like I said, I don't want to die. You feel what I'm saying? Because the dude, when I first refused to do it, I got hit, and I got hit right here in the side of my face.
So the only person you know
is
is
Hunter.
some dude, Hunter Spence, white guy.
That's the crew.
His crew.
Yeah, that's.
They have a name or something. Everybody's got a name nowadays.
Like, you talking about street name?
I mean, something. You know, like all the crews that run around Tallahassee all got some type of name. You know.
Like I'm trying to figure out. Are you talking about their individual name?
No, like their group name.
Oh, the group name, the street name.
Yeah, the street name.
The street name. I don't really know it like that.
They didn't
like,
tell you what the street name is, or like.
I know they was.
I'm the Red Champion shirts. I'm just saying because you got a Red Champion shirt.
But no,
so
I know they're part of a gang though.
they're part of a gang. Okay. So and then you just hung out Monday and yesterday until.
Because I felt safe with him.
Okay.
And I didn't
with
tell
Brendan?
him. Yeah, I didn't tell him. I should have told him, but I didn't want him to be involved in anything.
Okay.
So I kind of just kept it to myself, and he made me feel safe.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I did. They wound up jumping me one time.
Before all this.
I got a lot of scratches here.
Okay. When the attack happened with the lady, did she fight back at all, or she just? I mean, how old do you think she was?
I don't know. I probably guess she was like 58 or so.
Okay, but you said she was probably taller than you.
Mm-hmm.
You're like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, I'm sure.
How much you weigh? You don't know.
But, Cos, can you do me a favor though?
Shaquille ends his testimony in a state of heightened anxiety. He describes the threats from Hunter and his crew, whom he believes could kill him at any moment. But the most chilling revelation comes when he predicts another drug deal is imminent. Could this be a chance for authorities to intervene, or is it merely the beginning of another wave of crimes?
I've seen Hunter tote guns before, so I took it as he's not even playing, like he's being serious.
Okay. So the only way you communicated with Hunter was through Facebook Messenger, but you didn't know his name. It was just XXX Hunter or something.
There's supposed to be another play coming up soon.
A play?
Another deal.
Another drug deal? Okay. Alright,
I can tell you, it's supposed to be another drug deal coming soon.
Where at?
I'm not sure where. He just hits me up where to meet him, and.
But he's gonna message you on Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright,
I just hope she understands. I don't know.
Okay.
Go to college and stuff.
Yeah. Sit tight. You can have your snacks. That's all I could find was a bag of barbecue chips.
Thank you.
Okay. Barbecue chips are good. I mean, give me a minute, or give me a little bit, and I'll come back in here in a minute. Okay.
I hope they don't let me go back out there.
The tension in the room grew palpable as Shaquille, his face etched with stress, trembled while confessing the truth. His facade of calm crumbled, overwhelmed by haunting memories of Hunter and his crew. This young man, consumed by fear, pleaded to remain in detention, the only place he believed could shield him from the dangers lurking outside. Amid his overwhelming fear, Shaquille clung to a flicker of hope. He desperately wanted to contact Nisha, his pregnant girlfriend, to protect her at all costs. But his call failed, and the frustration was evident in his eyes. Each passing minute dragged him deeper into the abyss of anxiety and helplessness. The messages Shaquille dictated for Nisha were filled with love and desperation. His apology and concern for her safety carried the weight of a man who believed he might not have another chance to make things right. Every word he spoke was heavy with responsibility and a gnawing fear of what might come next.
Hey, so quick thing. I can't give you your phone, but I can do this, and it's up to you whether or not you want to do it. I know your phone's pinned, so if you want to give me the pin, I get in your phone, I can bring it in here and get her phone number, and I'll let you call Nisha from my phone. It's up to you. But I can't give you your phone back. So I can get the phone number out, or I can help you get the phone number out of it, and then I can let you call her from my phone, but it's up to you. I want you to be able to call her, tell her what's going on. So,
Boss, I think I heard that.
I mean, I'm not gonna look through anything in your phone.
I mean,
I just was gonna get her phone number so you could call her.
Yeah. I think I feel more comfortable, I guess, being in the detention center when I know I'm safe. I'm just real scared. Like, I didn't open my mouth and...
Okay. I mean, you're safe here, and you're going to be safe at the detention center. So I'm just offering. So do you want to call her or no? So, because you're not going to have your phone with you at the detention center. So, it's up to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, what? Huh?
I would like to.
So it's okay I get her phone number out of your phone for you? It's Nisha? Oh, no, you said it was saved in there as...
My body.
My Bonnie? Like MYBONNIE. And she's in Panama City. Okay. How do I get that phone number? Or, I mean, how do I get in to get that phone number?
1998.
That's it? Okay. Let me go get that phone number. I'm going to write it down on this piece of paper. I'm going to bring my phone in here, and then you can call her.
I'm too scared.
Okay? Let me go do that. Okay.
As the police documented details about Hunter Spence, the dangerous leader at the heart of this story, Shaquille's terror became even more evident. He recounted Hunter's control, his possession of weapons, and the fear he wielded like a weapon. Hunter wasn't just a threat. He was a monster in Shaquille's eyes, someone impossible to escape. Although the officers attempted to reassure him, Shaquille couldn't shake the thought that Hunter would find out he had confessed. Each moment in the interrogation room felt like another moment his life and Nisha's hung precariously by a thread.
Boss, I don't care how many days y'all give me. Just please keep me there. I don't want to be out no more.
Okay.
Are they gonna find out I said something?
No. I gotta put it on speakerphone though, because you're using my phone, so. Alright. 8, 3, 2.
How many J's or years do you think I can get for this?
I don't know. I have zero control over that whatsoever. So I don't, like, we do this stuff. You get transported out there. They have their own rules. They have all that stuff. I have, especially juveniles, is different than adults, so I have no control of that. So, just to clarify real quick too, and I forgot to ask you, like, when you hit the lady with the stick.
I left it there on purpose.
Okay. Did you want to hurt her? Did you want to kill her?
No.
So were you just trying to knock her out?
I wasn't trying to hurt her because the main job was for me to put her in the car.
So you wanted to get her injured enough to put her in the car and take her with you, but then you decided not to do that.
I was too scared.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So here, 850-832-2641.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later.
Is
Goodbye.
it possible if you just hold my phone and call her on speaker?
I can't, no. Well, I just called her and the number went straight to voicemail, so that means her phone's off.
Really answer on that.
But it's off. Yeah, if your phone's off, it goes straight to voicemail.
Are you sure you got the right one with the kissy face on the side?
Yep, 832-2641.
Can you call back one more time?
Yep.
It has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet. Please try your call again later. Goodbye.
She don't even got a voicemail.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't do that. My wife, same thing. She'd never set up her voicemail for some reason.
Is it possible for you just to do a voice record and just send her a text?
I can send her a text and she'll get it whenever she turns the phone on, but what do you want me to tell her? Just that you're here and that
since you got an iPhone, I was wondering if you could just do
They disabled a lot of stuff on our work phones, or even though it's an iPhone, we don't have a lot of the features that normal iPhones have because they monitor all kinds of stuff there. But I can send her a text message.
Well, can you
and
just
say,
at least tell her that I said I do love you and I apologize if anything goes wrong. Just to tell her to watch her back, make sure she's paying attention to everything.
Okay, and I'll send her and say, and I'll leave her. I mean, if she gets my text, she'll have my phone number and she can call me and I'll tell her what's going on with you and everything like that.
Like, I just want to make sure she's safe.
Okay.
Like, I know you say you think that, but I don't trust it. Like,
okay.
I've seen Hunter use a gun.
And it's Hunter Spence, like Spence, Hunter Spence. Okay. All right, I'll send her a text and let her know, hey, Tallahassee Police Department, we are with you, that, tell her what's going on, that you got, you're at the Juvenile Assessment Center.
Make sure
that she can call me.
Make sure that she knows that, yeah, I did put her in there, that also I want her to be careful, watch her back. I don't care what goes on, I just want her to be safe.
All right, cool, we'll do.
Cause it's serious. Like, I know you say you don't think it, but I know it.
Okay.
I know it.
All right.
With the message sent, Shaquille felt a slight sense of relief, but unease still lingered in his eyes. Questions swirled in his mind. Will she be safe? Can I survive this nightmare? His unease underscored the fragility of his situation. The atmosphere shifted abruptly when the officers received new information. A black male, reportedly tied to the incident at Sam's Club, had just been identified. The tension in the room heightened like a brewing storm. Even in his state of turmoil, Shaquille couldn't hide his interest. Was this the turning point in the case? The officers left the room to verify the lead, leaving Shaquille alone in silence. He sat there, his mind a whirlwind of thoughts. Nisha, Hunter, and the mistakes that led him here. His eyes reflected despair, but somewhere deep inside, there was still a faint glimmer of hope that the truth might ultimately save him. At this moment, the tension in the room reached its peak. Shaquille, with a fearful look in his eyes, leaned forward and nervously asked if the information he had just provided would be leaked. He mentioned a black man working at Sam's Club, insisting that he was involved in the case. This revelation added another layer of complexity to the story, leaving a big question mark. Could this man be a critical link in the criminal network? As Shaquille began describing the injuries on his body, the story took a shocking turn. "They beat me. They pushed me to the edge," he said, while pointing to scratches on his chest and arms. The police captured photos of each wound as evidence. This imagery painted a clear picture of the pressure and violence Shaquille had faced from the group led by Hunter.
What's up?
You might want to step in here.
For what?
Because one of the people, the black guy who works at Sam's.
Give me 1 second. I gotta grab something. I was getting ready to come back in here, but let me grab something real quick and I'll be right back in. Okay. What's up?
Just don't, they won't find out, will they? You sure they won't find out?
They won't.
Like, nothing of what I say goes to them at all, right?
No. What were you saying a minute ago?
A black guy that
Yeah.
works at Sam Club.
Mhm.
He was one of them in the car.
When? In a car when?
He was one of the guys that
That-
was involved. He,
So he jumped in the car
He was the-
at Sam's
that was the lookout.
Lookout when?
He was the one who worked there.
I know, but when did he jump in the car?
No, he was involved is what I'm saying.
The guy at Sam's
That
who works there
crew member
is involved.
That's the lookout.
Okay. But that's it?
He, that's the one I was telling you about earlier, the one with the beard. It's him.
The beard.
The black skinny guy
The black skinny guy.
with the beard, facial hair.
Okay. But was he... But he wasn't in the car with you guys at any of the times
No, he was in the car with us when we did the drop-offs and stuff.
on Sunday.
He was the lookout for her.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Real quick, you said you had some scratches or something on you?
Yeah, that's what. And I got jumped by them.
Okay. Where are the scratches at? Are they still there? Can you still see them?
I think a little. I don't know.
You want to take your shirt off real quick and I can... I mean, it's up to you.
I
I want to take pictures of them, but I mean, I need to be able to...
I guess-
We'll just, take the other side. So you got... Okay. So yeah, just keep that shoulder down. Yeah, that'll work. Just like that. Let me find the camera. Okay. Just look at me real quick so I can take a picture of you so I can show that those scratches, because you have that necklace on. Let me see it again. Is that... So up there, what about right here?
Oh,
the front end.
scratches and stuff is
Okay,
where I was
alright.
getting jumped and stuff.
Okay, so just those two.
Then, I don't know, you got some here.
I don't see. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Then, I think it's one, like, right here on my nose, too.
Okay.
I think I probably got some on my boobs. Here. Here. All the scratches, and then I got
Okay.
here.
Okay. Any herb on your...
I don't know if I still
No.
got some on my back or not.
No, I don't see anything. Okay. All right. So hey, this is a search warrant for your person. Okay.
My person, like,
For you, yeah. So basically, what it is it's for your DNA. Okay. Judge signed this, and I'm going to give you a copy. This is your copy. Basically, what I'm going to do is, this is a Q-tip. Okay. It's just like a big giant Q-tip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this glove on. I'm going to take this so you can see it's sealed. I'm going to take it out, swab it on the inside of your cheek, and then I'm going to put it back in here, and it's evidence. Okay, so
What are y'all gonna do to the other people? Are you gonna fight them or?
yeah, we're still gonna look at stuff after this. This isn't the end of this, so
Wait, so that means the others will wind up where I'm at in the same.
no. If anybody else is involved, we make sure people are separated from each other. So, just open up your mouth real quick.
A pivotal moment unfolded when the police informed Shaquille about the DNA sample warrant. His face turned pale and his voice trembled as he asked, "Will I be safe?" This question reflected not just his current fear, but also a desperate plea for help from someone trapped in a cycle of violence. He spoke about Hunter and the ruthlessness of the group, leaving listeners shivering at the thought of what might happen next. Shaquille continued asking about the possibility of being released, but the response from the police offered little hope. "I don't think they'll let you go," the officer said in an honest but cold tone, pushing Shaquille further into despair. He lowered his head, holding it in his hands, seemingly tormented by the weight of his past decisions.
And like I said, I do apologize for lying.
That's fine. I mean, I don't take it personal, man. For real.
I don't want to be hurt, sir.
I know you don't.
But I guess if that's why I was like, I want to be safe. Like, I want to know. Even then, when I get out, like, am I gonna even be guaranteed a safe? Or am I just gonna be on my own?
If you bond out and get all that, or
Like, if I get released or whatever happens, am I gonna be on my own after that? Like, no protection, no.
it depends. It depends on stuff with the state attorney's office. I mean, it depends on what else happens. Most people that get up on you have to talk to them about that. Talk to if you get a defense attorney, whether you hire one or a public defender, they'll be able to answer all those questions for you. They deal with that stuff.
What about, okay, so is there anybody I can tell just to make sure my baby mama's gonna be okay?
Tell who?
I just wanna.
I mean, I'm gonna reach out to her. I haven't even sat down at my desk yet. I'm trying to get all this stuff and some other pieces. So I will try to get in contact. Like I said, I still gotta send her a message, give her my information, tell her what's going on. Hopefully she calls me.
As the time for his transfer to the detention center approached, Shaquille appeared completely broken. He requested Nisha's phone number, desperately trying to find a way to contact her and ensure her safety. In an emotional moment, he looked at the officer and said, "Please make sure she's okay." The image of Shaquille, handcuffed, with a painful leg after surgery and eyes filled with worry, left a powerful impression of a young man burdened by the consequences of poor choices and the pressure of dangerous forces.
I really can't. I honestly, if I could give you I can't even. Juvenile is a whole different realm. I can't even give you I can't even give adults an estimate because I don't have their system. Like, as of right now, like, you're being arrested and taken there tonight. You have to see the judge tomorrow. It's up to the judge tomorrow. That's all I can tell you. So it's up to the judge on that.
I'm so scared. I'm like nervous. Be honest. You think they're gonna release me?
I doubt it. I really do. I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, even though I didn't want to do it.
I know. I doubt it, though. Just based on some of the stuff in the case, I don't think they're gonna. All right, Mr. McLean, this fine gentleman here is gonna take these handcuffs off you. He's gonna put a different pair of handcuffs off you and take you over to the Juvenile Assessment Center, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Can you stand up? Actually, just stay seated. Just stay seated. I'll do it in the chair if you scoot up a little bit for me. Okay, so you got one.
I know it's cold in here. It's cold in this whole floor up here. Especially when
You gonna be safe, boss?
you'll be fine.
Thank you.
I appreciate you eventually being honest with me.
Alright, you want these back, you said?
Yeah, I need those to. There's somebody else's.
Fuck, boss, I'm sorry.
Alright, man.
He's just gonna put his own handcuffs on you, okay?
Yeah, I just will put my handcuffs on you, okay? Just keep your hands, put the backs of your hands together for me like that. There you go. Just stay just like that.
At last, in the most pivotal moment of the interrogation, Nisha's phone number is recorded. The police also hand Shaquille a copy of the search warrant for his DNA. At this point, the interrogation room seems to sink into an eerie silence, as if Shaquille's world is collapsing before his very eyes. This is no longer a game. It's the grim reality of his life.
Alright, now let me just kind of just lean up just like that.
It's gonna.
If you want to, yeah. Be easy if he stands up. Hold on, just let him get this one off, because you can't be standing up when you take those ones off your feet.
I know, it's just.
As soon as he gets you out of here, it won't be cold anymore. It's warmer outside today, so.
Oh, I was talking about because the way he was doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now, if you just keep your hands like that, I'll adjust these and we get you standing up. Okay? How does that sound? Alright.
Well, Humphrey's come here. I'll just. He teaches stuff.
She ever call you back?
I haven't been able. I've been trying to get them en route because I don't want you sitting up here too long. It's on my list of things to do before I leave today. Trust me.
Could I get her number real quick? Like, could you write her number?
Right now, yeah.
Okay. Now,
You cold?
That's too bad.
we need to get him to stand up, take shackles off.
Well, hang tight for 1 second. Eric, I think has one more thing he needs to get.
Mm.
Is it too tight for you? If you keep your hands faced in like that, it will help. Let me just look and see. I'm losing out just a little bit for you, alright?
So, people are supposed to have you lead and start working.
I got one.
I know, I'm trying it on.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taser, you'll need to make a fish scale pattern all down my back.
That'd be a fun tattoo though.
One more little. Right there is all I can do for you on that one. But I'll loosen the other one, which will make this one, it'll make it feel better. Should make it feel better.
That's the only protection.
Shaquille's life ends here. He is sentenced to life in prison for his ruthless, cold-blooded attack in the Sam's Club parking lot, a punishment fitting the unforgivable crime. But the story doesn't stop there. A bombshell discovery from Shaquille's phone reveals an even more horrifying truth. Aaron Carter, who had claimed no involvement, turns out to have been secretly aiding in the planning of the attack and carjacking. Undeniable text messages expose everything. At present, Aaron is awaiting trial. In court, he maintains his plea of not guilty. But can the truth be hidden? Will he escape justice? The upcoming trial will provide the final answer to it all. This is not the end. It is just the beginning of a series of horrifying truths waiting to be unveiled. This case serves as a solemn reminder that every action carries consequences. This man now faces severe charges, including assault, robbery, and possibly attempted murder, with potential sentences ranging from several years to life in prison. This is not only the law's punishment, but also a costly lesson for anyone considering taking the wrong path. We want to hear from you. What do you think about this case? And do you believe his actions are forgivable? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to join our community, where you'll get access to the most captivating videos and exclusive perks in the near future. Subscribe today and don't miss out. The truth is out there. Let's uncover it together.